What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my blue-black teachings list. I actually like playing control lists a lot of the times, except I don't really do it that often on stream. It takes me, I don't know, I have to find like the right list, and I think Paint Dribble is such a wide format where you can kind of just, people just do whatever. I mean, it's crazy sometimes. I'll see something from like left field or whatever, and people do all sorts of things. So you want this like general sort of list when you come to it. You want something that's like consistent, but you also want to like attack certain parts of the meta. And I think there's like a good portion. I think like right now, as it stands, I feel like aggro decks are really good. Um, Combos like kind of like on the like the wayside a little bit, but there's certainly like really good aggro decks. Like I think the best combo is like Twin right now. Maybe that's just like a recency bias thing, but and there are like a couple of like blue X control decks or just like kind of like tempo decks that are pretty decent. So I think it's a decent time for teachings. I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? But we're here to explore, so let's just get on with the deck list here. 24 lands, a bit low on the land count, I think, but I think it's okay. There's a backdoor Spurge backers. Value of John is actually a kill condition. This card's really good. Like when you kind of have complete control of the game, you have nothing better to do. You hold a bunch of mana with like counter spells. It's just like mills 3, and like I think people underestimate how fast this can actually be. Especially when you have 2 of them out. It's actually pretty nuts. So it also feels a couple of other cards like Drawn at Lock and whatnot, and Lockmere Serpents. So you kind of put cards in the graveyard for those kind of cards. So it actually does like do a lot. I've actually milled myself sometimes too, for things like Cling to Dust or whatever. So it's a really versatile sort of land. It also is just a kill condition. I would never play a blue black deck without it if I was like in a control deck. So I think I'm pretty set on like at least playing 2 of my blue black control lists. Early game interaction, thought erasure. As a teachings list, I think a lot of people kind of get pigeonholed into like the way of like using flashcards or instants for teachings, and the best part about blue black is that you get to play discard spells. So I think thought erasure is one of the better ones. So you'll see, obviously, the list is not completely full of like instants and flash creatures. There's other cards that are really good. So I really like Thought Erasure. I think it's like staple for blue black decks. Mana Leak, Negate, early counter magic. I always like the one up Negate. I think like the 4th Mana Leak sometimes like gets lost. I think Mana Leak's a bit better when there's a lot more aggro decks and you're just kind of like holding back. But I like the one up Negate. I think it's always really good. Frantic Inventory. Gets the nod from me over something like Thing twice. I think it just gets better over time. You could definitely like I think it goes well with some of the cards like Thought Erasure. You can surveil the first Frantic Inventory and just kind of get another one in there so it's going. Creatures, the way you're gonna kill. I have a really soft spot for Shadow Witch Infiltrator. Goes really well to Forbid. That's kind of the way I'm gonna end the games most of the time. It's like Infiltrator drawing extra cards and Forbid locking people. That's really just my plan. It's not really like a control thing. It's more of like a tempo thing, but this card really does like add up over time, and it's actually really good. And I had a lot of success with it in the past, so I'm gonna try it again in this list. Hostage Shaker, a nice one of. First of all, let's just talk about the very first. So when you get to Fairy out with Mystical Teachings, all your creatures have Flash. Like actually 2 of them from with Teachings, so that's why you can see some creatures here. The Hostage Shaker is pretty nice. It's just kind of like a a control magic with upside. Also gets used with artifacts, which is kind of like a deck's kind of weakness. I don't know if there's any good artifacts though, but it could take an artifact if you wanted to. It's pretty decent. Lockmere Serpent's probably the real way I'm going to win the game. Every time I keep this card casted, the game's typically over or about to be over for the person casting it. And I think it's a really great addition to like blue-black sort of like control decks. I think it's been something that's really necessary. So people have played like stuff like Perlic Ancient or like the one whale Nezahal. I don't know the card's name, but I never really liked those cards. I think Lockmere Serpent's been really great. It does a little bit of everything. And just ends the game with the unblockability. You can start drawing cards, the swamp ability. Also, it just keeps coming back with the exile effect. So, like, if you have like a Drownyard going, you can start like eating the graveyard with serpents and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Forbid, like I mentioned, is kind of a lock piece with kind of interfere. Now I'm playing a full 4. I think with like the teachings, you can kind of like mix and match some cards. You just want to have some like kind of different bullets. So only playing 3. Like I said, you can teach it like when the time is right. Drown to Lock is probably the best reason to be blue-black. It's a super strong card. Early game, it's not good. I think as the game goes on, the card gets better and better. It's just a 2 mana counterspell or like a Doomblade, so even better than Doomblade, honestly. More like a, I don't know. It's just really good. It's just really good. Obviously, fueled well Drown Yard, and when he kind of like dealt with early things, Mana Leak, Slaughter Erasures, then the Drown Lock just comes in. It kind of just ends the game. It's pretty great. Teachings, like I said, it's only a 3 of in this list. This deck's not solely based on teachings. I think I like using teachings more as a way of clamping down the game. Like, okay, now I'm gonna find this, and I'll get this. So you don't really want 4. I never want to see 4 ever. So I think 3 is the correct number, I would say. And got a bit of like different one-ofs. Hero's Downfall, Rascal Contempt, kind of do the same thing, kill planeswalkers, but one is just destroy, one is Exile, which is randomly relevant in some creatures. Cling to Dust is always good as a one-of, I think. It's good about like drawing cards. It's a kind of a draw engine. You can kind of like mess up like exile, some like graveyard decks randomly, things like that. Tyrant Scorn, pretty early sort of removal spell or like a bounce spell late for bigger creatures, so it's never really dead. Into the World, more of a, like a general bounce card. I usually like Consigned Oblivion in this list, but Consigned was not legal, so I like Into the World a lot. Consume the Meek's kind of like a one-of sweeper for the smaller creature decks. Sideboard's kind of a mishmash of stuff. Extra negates, extra duresses for when the removal is pretty bad. Scarab Feast is my graveyard hated choice. I don't want to use something like Soul Guide Lantern because it doesn't really jive well with teaching, so I'm going to go Scarab Feast. Also just cycles in a pinch. Lost Legacy, lots of paying for combo decks. Concept is also pretty good as a counterspell for things like Zenith Flare. Also does things like Brain Freeze. I don't know, things that target you, maybe like Slaughter Games, counter the Slaughter Games. Lost Legacies for those like bullet combo decks, maybe like High Tide, things like that. Sudden Death I really like. I think it's like a criminally underplayed card. It's really good against things like, let's see, the Mono Blue Tempo deck, Twin. Like Twin can't like stop this card really, realistically. I don't know. Maybe like the blue red like Drake decks, like every creature's like an X4 or less. So Sudden Death's just a really good split second. It's one of my favorite like abilities to play Dreadful. So I'm glad to see this card. Bioblade's kind of another like cheap sort of wrath effect that I'm gonna try out here, and an extra Consume the Meek as well. I played a league today, 5 rounds of Magic, and you'll get to see it all right here, right now. Alright, round one's the Dreadful Blue Black Teachings list. I'm gonna keep this hand. A little slow, but I got my boy, Shalmage. I think one thing I kind of lack in this deck list, I was kind of thinking about it, is like life gain outside of like Cling to Dust. So I think like hard aggro decks could be a problem. I don't have like a comeback mechanic like a Joy by Merkler in the list. I didn't think it was necessary. We'll see. Opponent chooses to play first. Thinking about the hand a bit. One thing about control lists I talk about all the time in MTGO is that the clock is a big issue. So you want to play briskly, but not like super slow. You should definitely think about your plays, but you shouldn't give yourself too much time to like dawdle. You should really be going for it. So if my opponent is playing control deck, they're going to be really behind the 8 ball already. I'm going to keep my hand. This, I think they just have a terrible connection. Oh, they're playing blue. Okay. If they're playing something like High Tide, it's gonna go so bad for them if they're have a little connection or they're just kind of distracted. We'll see. We'll see how the game progresses. If I had to guess, I think they're playing High Tide. It's fine. Totally fine. How am I? Okay, I was wrong. I was 100% absolutely wrong. Hey, you get to draw some cards. Maybe it's like a turns deck, like a taking turns deck. I don't know. You know, they are taking their sweet time of yielding. So I'm gonna go for the thought erasure here. It seems kind of dumb to thought erasure them because they're gonna just draw extra cards. Alright, so I was playing a time walk deck. So I think I'll take the silence for now. I'll put this in top of your graveyard. Or top of my deck. Okay. Like maybe like a blue-white turbo fog style list. I'm guessing. Yeah, but like I said, this card spells against like time walk seem or all the Howling Might stuff is kind of not great. Midnight Clock. What they drew. I think I'll actually just play the Infiltrator. Draw even more cards. That's the plan. Just continually draw cards. I don't have double blue yet, but I'm sure I'll draw more islands as the game goes. I drew a lot of thought erasures. They'd be pretty good against like creature decks though. They might have a bunch of like Holy Days or Fogs or whatever. This Consume the Meek is so bad. I can tell you right now, this Consume the Meek is probably terrible. I'm gonna attack first. Maybe draw an island. I don't want an island. I actually could deck myself, but I'm gonna always yes, always yield. Okay. The backwater. Go with hit him with down to thought erasure. Alright, a lot of time walks. No legendary yet. So I'm gonna take the let's put that one in the graveyard. It's better in the graveyard, I think, right now. So I could discard this terrible Consume the Meek. I could actually Hostage Shaker away like the Midnight Clock or the Howling Mind at this point. Oh. I think I could just forbid lock them out of this game. Completely fair. I think I could just do that. And mill them out. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna do anything else for the rest of the game, I don't think. Like, it really actually helps the mill plan a bit. I'm gonna pass. I'm actually gonna discard the teachings. And maybe the thought erasure. I think I'm done doing stuff. Sure. Yeah, I think I'm actually just done doing things for the rest of the game. Just want to hit land drops. Can't really do things. I think I want to Hostage Taker the Midnight Clock, though. Before it gets too out of hand. Because, yeah, like, their plan is based on, like, casting, like, 6 drops. Or, like, having a guy. So, I think I could just mill them all the time. If they go for, like, a Teferi when I mill them, I'm just gonna, like, Hostage Taker it. So, I do have to forbid this. Card Mana Leak. I guess I'll discard this land. I can't let them have a legendary out for the Temporal Sundering. I need to draw more islands. But I'm gonna draw all the cards. Okay, it's an island. Okay. Um Cling to Dust. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and forbid everything. All I'm gonna do. And then start milling them with the Drown Yard. All I can do is keep a legendary off the field. Like Teferi or whatever. Even if they slam a Teferi, just hostage. Do. Okay. If they want more islands in play, they can get. There's a Serpent. It is a win con. But I'm actually drawing a ton of cards. I'm actually drawing more cards than my opponent. I think I need to hostage take this eventually. Or maybe into the Royal It. I think I'll just into the Royal It without kicker. I'll discard. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bounce this. No need for them to draw a new fresh 7 and shuffle their library. I definitely don't want that. I'm on the mill plan. So yeah, I don't even need any more frantic inventories. I really want lands. Actually discard a forbid. I have so many in my hand. I think I need a million forbids. Okay, they're upkeeping. Probably gonna try to get the walk the Aeons here, if I had to guess. I mean, it's just gonna get countered. I could have actually like cleaned to dust this too. I knew they had the floodplain in their hand. Worms chant me. So because I'm doing it this way, I can just do this. I think this is a very reasonable play. So this kind of just ruins their draw. Unless they have another time walk. But I think this is the best thing it can do. So if they have a time walk here, so be it. They're drawing like 3 extra cards. This is their opportunity. I have tapped a bit low. In fact, I am tapped out. So they have a bunch of like, I know they have at least 2 Sunderings in their hand. They just draw a time walk. This is 7 drop. Okay, there's another clock. Clocks. Right. I went into this game soon enough. I want to play the Serpent. Yeah, they're just going to concede. I don't know why. They are forbid locked a bit. I have forbid locked them quite a bit. It's okay. So forbid seems pretty great in this matchup. I'm going to just board out every removal spell possible. This thing actually could be okay against like Worm's Chant. All this removal is going to be really bad. So this is bad, this is bad. I actually like the... No, Psych. I like Hero's Downfall. Kills Planeswalkers. I don't like this. I want Duresses in my deck. I like the 1-up Cling to Dust. Lost Legacy seems okay. I could just get Time Walks at their deck. They have a lot of cards to cut. Is it weird to think that I don't actually like Drown a lot in this matchup? Is that weird? Like I said, I like the Planeswalker removal spell, so I definitely like that. I'm gonna cut Hostage Shaker. It's actually not that good. I mean, it can get like Howling Mines or whatever, but I don't think that's really planned. I'll cut like 1 into the Royal, stay at 1. I'll cut like a Drown. It's only just a counterspell. I mean, counterspells are good, but it's just a counterspell in the long run. I'm like considering cutting frantic inventories, but I think it's like really dumb. Maybe the Duresses aren't that good. Now that I think about it, because if they're gonna just like draw a billion cards, then it doesn't really matter how fat. Like they'll just redraw cards. That's kind of weird thing, but I think I'd rather just have like counter magic. I think that's correct. I'm not sure about odds that plating, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Team Little Royal here. I think it's better, or maybe the Drown. Maybe the Drown's just better than the. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's go with that. Because I'm definitely not gonna stop every like Howling Mine effect, but I can stop what comes down because their hands are really bogged down with like 6 drops and 5 drops and whatever. It seems okay. I can keep it on the draw. The worst is like draws. Gets me a land. Hopefully just play turn 2 Howling Mine. I'll just help. It actually helped me more than help them, I think. I drew my forbid. that one. Sure. Get opt. Okay. That's kind of awkward silence. I don't know. There's something on turn 2 I'd really want to do. Like maybe they're just protecting a card like a thought erasure, something like that. Really need lands. Really like a land. Like I said, I thought 24 was a bit low. I might go to 25 if I were to rebuild this deck. They're drawing 2 here. So that's not good. That's like really bad. At least I can clean the dust next turn and like try to draw a card. I'm really behind on lands here. I really a land. Might get countered, but it's okay. I don't think I actually play counter spells. I'm looking for like a. Okay. Ooh, we're drawing cards. Teo the Shield Mage. Well, my guy is Fear, so the walls mean nothing to me. But, I mean, it doesn't mean I can't make them discard. I do have the Brassic's Attempt now the Hero's Downfall. So I'm going to ignore the Teo, because I need to deal damage to players for it to be good. Eventually I can just, like I said, I can just Hero's Downfall it. Love to draw another black source. Like an untapped black source. I play land? Okay. My phone's blowing up right now. Who is texting? Not worried about that. I don't know what to discard here. I don't really know. My hand's actually pretty decent. I don't want to discard the island. Maybe just see. I don't know. Maybe it's just the infiltrator. I don't really know. My hand's like really good. Do that or cling to dust. We'll discard cling. Like, that could be good later. I don't think I need it right now. Like they're gonna try the temporal sundering maybe. Simply ignoring the Teo, I don't really care that much. Fairy's really. That means I can discard the Shamich Infiltrator and like tutor for another Infiltrator if I really want to. Sure. Sure. I'll discard the Thought Erasure for now. It's actually not that great anymore. Especially with the Teo. I'm not really sure how they're gonna win. I really don't know. Okay, they're gonna Orm's Chain me to start. I won't think keep that. Because I still have the Forbid in my hand. Worst comes to worst, I just Hero's Downfall this guy. Hero's Downfall this thing. Windcast. Ooh, pretty good. So goodbye, Shadow Mage. I like that. Extra card with Dictate. Should play that extra swamp. That doesn't really matter, actually. I don't think that really matters. I'm gonna slam the Teferi here. Gonna help the teachings out a bit. At least I can get more infiltrators or whatever. They have a counter. Ricks the Sudden Storm. Totally okay. This. Okay, I'm gonna start with a Thought Erasure. We play this one. Tap land. How Thought Erasure. Okay. Pretty good. We'll end the game pretty quickly. Double walk, dictate a crew fix. Right, it can't be countered. Ooh, big. I don't have enough. Yeah, tough. I have to take the walk the Aeons. Well, I mean, it's kind of fine, but not really. I guess I'll keep that on top. The Risk of Seven Storms actually kind of annoying now. I'm just thinking for a second. I guess I have to like contempt this at some point. I only saw the hero's downfall, but I don't think that really matters. At worst, they just get like one walk. I don't know. I do this now. I should have attacked first. I would have killed it regardless. Okay. If I get to survive this turn without another time walk, I can just fully forbid lock this my opponent. They've done it to themselves with a dictate. My spells can't be countered because I have to ferry out. But I do have to worry about Thrix, the Sudden Storm. But like I said, I have forbid. I'll forbid up, so they don't have any legendaries yet to cast Temporal Sundering. So they're just relying on the Walk the Aeons here. They have another one that's pretty good. Okay, they bought it back. They're just trying to take as many turns as they can. Alright, there's a Dovin. That's actually pretty reasonable. Maybe I die here. Maybe not. I don't know. They could definitely go for another activation. Or another what do you call it? Another time walk here, since they bought back the walk. Okay. The Drown Yard's a incredibly great kill condition at this point. If I get control back of my turn. Like with Forbid and Negate and all this stuff, I don't know how I could do it, how anything can happen. Like Thrix has to be a sorcery because it's a fairy. I might even attack the Dovin. I might even just care about the Dovin. I just counter everything that comes to surface. Like I could just mill them out. I think I can just mill them out from here. Okay. Then negate. Wow, if they hit another time walk, that's actually really strong. Dang, that's good. Either they hit it off that or they're just like using their turn. So you understand how I have the emphasis on killing the planeswalkers because of the hand of control. I'm sorry, the temporal sundering. Still, not having Teferi is not a big deal. Like I said, I have a win condition right here. I just need to like get out of this turn lock. The clock is gonna like tick again. Well, it's gonna shovel back all the walks. Once it hits midnight, yeah, graveyard will go back into the library. My cup is really loud. It's all metal, like a stainless steel like cup with a stainless steel straw. So if you hear like little dings every now and then, it's because it's really loud. You know what I really need? I just need a trick mine. Oh my god, I gotta turn back. I wish I could draw so many cards. Being silenced. I guess I'll just negate this. I do want to. I do want to take my turn. Free freaking Dovin. Dovin's so annoying. Dovin's veto. Maybe I should have just flashed into Fairy. Yeah, that's probably fine. Maybe the Fairy would have been better. Who knows? Ground to lock. Doesn't really do anything at this point. I can't really cast into inventory with the Dovin. It's kind of like taxing on my spells. I wish I had discarded my Locker Server at some point because I could have like eaten their time locks with the midnight clock. I wish I could have done that. Like maybe I could have like thought ahead and like forbid buybacked. I don't know. That's like a 5-head play that I didn't really think about. That's a super 5-head play. I actually don't need these inventories anymore. I think I'm good on cards. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm like dead. And somehow I'm dead. I don't know how I'm dead, but I'm somehow dead. I kind of wish I'd had. Maybe I should have played the untapped land. Did I play a tap land? I can still play Teferis. What am I doing? I drown to lock this. No, I can't do that because then they can shuffle their graveyard back. So I have to forbid with buyback. Or this is the way I die. So forbidding this now is fine. Veto, great. Well, they're just passing, so Dragonlock's still pretty reasonable. Okay, so I can still do this. I mean, it shuffles right back in. It kind of sucks, but I was do this on stack because it can't like wind to 13. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. I still think me having John Yard is really good, but maybe I don't need this frantic inventory anymore. I kind of wish I didn't discard the teaching. No, I don't know. I think I'm okay-ish. It's gonna be close. Yeah, I don't think I need inventory anymore. The mana leaks look really bad. And this is what I was talking about mana leak, where it's just like actively terrible in the late game, especially when this is happening. Now the Drown looks really bad too, because shuffle their graveyard. I kind of wish I didn't do this. I kind of wish I left this untapped. So I could totally clean to dust this. Oh wait, I have 5 mana. Never mind. Calculated. This is totally calculated. Doesn't really matter what I take here, other than teaching. They have another counterspell? Dope. I think I'm just dead. I think I'm actually dead. Also, my opponent has like 10 minutes left, but I think they're okay on time. We'll see. Maybe I should just like. No, it's kind of hard to like mill them when they have like midnight clocks out. Maybe I need to bring back the hostage taker. I think that could be okay. I think I come in a clutch moment. There's not much to say, so I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know. I don't know what else to say here. So they got another sanctuary. They're gonna draw a bunch of cards. Um, Maybe I could have like tried to go for a cheeky mill, considering how much time it's gonna take. Okay. Sure. Did they not take a turn? How am I getting an untap step? Okay, they're orm chanting me. I think I drown to lock this. I don't know why I will drown to lock if I will. No, let me. I have an idea. I'm gonna drown to lock this guy. I don't need to play anything. In actuality, I don't think I need to do anything. Cast. Well, I'm gonna mana leak a bunch, I guess. This sucks. That does tap me out though. Alright, guess I'm good on my turn. Oh, that's right. They're just Sanctuary, so they're gonna get another time block next turn. 5. Oh, why lands untapping? Maybe they just conceded. I don't know why. Why did my lands untap? That's weird. Oh well. Alright, get another match with the Penny Dreadful Blueback Teachers list. I went back on my VOD. I looked at the tape. And I guess like they time walked me, which is why I got an untap step. I think they were thinking I was gonna deck myself with like with much stuff, but because it tapped him so low, with the double mana leak, it was actually good. So I like those mana leaks are actually pretty decent. I'm gonna keep this hand, by the way. But yeah, that was just really funny. Like, I don't know why I got untap step there. I was like, why am I untapping? Because they time walked me, because walk the ends targets any player. Really funny. That was just like so bizarre. I'm like, why am I getting another turn? Like, wait, I thought that was a glitch. I thought that was actually a bug, so I was a little concerned about that. Okay, give me thought erasure. Well, thought erasure mirror here. Okay, they're taking hostage shaker. That's interesting. I guess like because they have double thought erasure, or I'm sorry that it would just be like not smart to take one of them. But I like protecting your hand here. Ooh, a rough one. I'm gonna take the forbid. Usually in these spots, I usually take the card that they can cast at first, which is forbid. So I'm gonna keep this on top because I have a third land. What a draw. They actually like because they've been to John the Lock there, so um yeah, I'm gonna go with another one. This time I think I'm gonna take the Maloku. It is a really good win condition. Put that in the graveyard for now. Back. Consume Unique's actually not that terrible against me. I do play a bunch of Shadow Mage Infiltrator, so it does have like some value. Okay, this is the land drop. Now my hand feels so it's really great. I'm the one drawing lands, so that's what you want to do in these control mirrors is draw lands and play them. It's that simple. It's just that simple. Okay. Right. I have Drown to Lock and Forbid up. Okay, they found their land. Bad river though. Okay, I think I'll play the Shadow Mage. I think it's pretty strong. If it does get countered. It does open up a bit of their removal spells, like Heartless Act. I think I'm gonna protect my guy. It's good with a forbid. Like I could start forbid locking my opponent. Like they could factor fiction this next turn. It'd be okay, but like it's whatever that taps them out. I guess I can consume the Meek here. That's pretty strong. Because it is kind of a dead card. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think I'll just get back the Lockmere Serpent now. One. I have to do as a sorcery. I just have to do it now. It does kind of mess up Drown to Lock a little bit if I have double forbid, so I think I'm okay with that. Versus Factory, kind of an issue, but we'll see. I'm gonna let this Factory Fiction run through. If anything, one, they have two of them in their hand. Two, I don't like countering draw spells that much, unless the game is like, if I have the game wrapped up. They're afraid. They're afraid that I'm gonna counter the spell. It's interesting. Um, do I slam the Serpent? I think in response, they just slam Factor Fiction. So I'm gonna go for it. They can have a counter spell. It's whatever. I just get it back. If it's not a spell to exile, I just get it back eventually. Yeah, they're gonna Factor Fiction response. Double Omen, Forbid, Consume the Meek. Forbid. I said that once. I said it twice. I'm gonna split the Omens for now. The Consume the Meek's the worst card, so I think I'm most afraid of like Forbid right now. So it's maybe something like this. I mean, they'll easily take this pile. But yeah, they took the two. I think I have the game locked up. I'll save an uncounterable spell. Forbid plus this seems really strong. They missed a bunch of land drops. That's just like on them, really. I mean, it's not on them. The deck did not cooperate with them. That's what I'm going to say. It's like, no, you didn't play enough lands, but it's like, the deck just didn't cooperate. That's what happens. That's how it goes sometimes. Slamming their own Serpent will not bode well with them. Bode well for them. Because I have the Drowned lock. I have Heartless Act. Lock this. No. And let me yes. I mean, they have their own Forbid. This is kind of awkward. The Drowned lock was Forbid. It's only awkward because now it's like I need to kind of draw some extra cards for Forbid to be good at this point. But I need to use the Forbid to kind of protect my creature. So I need to hold this up. But if I get another tap step, I think I'll be okay. Your main phase Rack Eviction, you got it. None of that really matters. None of this actually matters. This actually is probably the best card. This, I guess. Oh, they took the 2 pile. They're looking for an answer for the Lockmere Serpent. I mean, I still have the Forbid, so I feel pretty good about my position. Great. Yeah, they missed a bunch of land drops. I mean, that's how it goes in the control mirrors. You can't do that. Okay, so I like negates. I do not like Consume. I do like Duresses. We'll play Duress in this matchup. Lost Legacy can knock out some win conditions, maybe. See. Scare Beats could be okay too. I think they're playing like a. Or I think they're playing like Mystic Sanctuaries too, which is kind of a lot. I'm gonna cut the Planeswalker removal. I don't think it's being red. I think that Hostage Shaker, it's really interesting. I'm gonna keep it. It might be decent. Tyrant Scorn seems not good here. Into the Royal, they didn't play a lot of permanents, so maybe just cut into the Royals. This is a good option. Maybe they have a Serpent, I just take their Serpent. So maybe it's just like decent in that aspect. I have to cut 3 more cards. I like Cling to Dust. I kind of do randomly against, like I said, against. Maybe I just don't play Scarab Beast. Maybe I should play like a 1 of. Just like a fun of for the teachings. Or maybe I just don't play Lost Legacy. Maybe I just don't need that. I'm just thinking. I know. I'm just thinking out loud. Videotape. Okay, I'm gonna cut the Hostage Shaker after all. Maybe it's not that good. And I like the Shadow Mages, but maybe I cut one. Maybe they're like kind of expecting it. I don't know. It's better when they don't expect it, but now that they are expecting it, I can cut one. I guess I might be okay with it. Try this. Because now they have to keep their Heartless Axe in. They gotta do anyway. Serpents are pretty decent. I'm gonna keep. The main goal is to like slam with the fairy and hope it sticks. Get the rest. That's okay. I'll probably lose a negate. The inventory's not bad either, but I'd rather have it in my graveyard. If I draw another one, it's gonna be pretty decent. They took the thought erasure, it's probably reasonable. Okay. Lacking black mana, but it's okay. This is just fine to me. Part of me does want to play like something like this over Frantic Inventory, but sometimes I like card velocity, especially when I'm playing with Forbid. Like sometimes I don't care what card it is as long as I can just like get it. Cantrip. I want to draw a swamp. Ooh, see? Yeah, so they are playing with Sanctuary, so I like to keep them to cling to dust in the deck. Alright, let's get some more cards going. Alright, a lot of islands. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good on islands. Like some black sources, please. Sure, you got it. This is the only reason why I like selection, because I can actually get swamps. But, you know, it's okay. I'm glad they got rid of a card I couldn't cast. Fortunately, I mean, I forbid. What am I talking about? Okay, Field of Ruin. Not really gonna do. Field of Ruin's actually pretty decent against, well, I guess like Drown Yards. I didn't really think about playing Field of Ruin. It could be okay, maybe like a one of. I think keep forgetting it's legal. Okay, they're definitely digging for stuff. All the omens. Okay. I go with the Carlos Ramal style of playing control. Is that you don't want to counter they'll call the card drawing spells. You'd rather counter the spells that matter. So you can just use all your some people used to play like that. They would just counter anything. But then Carlos Ramal, when you're playing the Sagatog mirrors, realize well the only spells that matter like Sagatog or like um whatever upheaval, whatever. So they just focus their counter spell magic on that. It's a pretty interesting spot. I could just start slamming the Infiltrator, but I think I'll just keep waiting. I'm up on lands, even though my opponent's opened 4 times. They're gonna start scrying. Pretty amazing how they haven't drawn lands. But they've definitely drawn action. They definitely have action in their deck. Okay. These inventories have been kind of doing work. What do they have in their hand? I'm just waiting for like a duress. They really just want a duress here. Okay. Wait there. Rough. I don't know. I just move the discard? I think I'm just moving the discard. Yeah, I'm gonna move the discard, I think. I'm gonna discard the island, and then I'll discard a Lost Legacy. Or whatever. Maybe I might want to keep the island. I don't know. What is going on? Okay, they hit a land. I was like, I'm not gonna inventory. As long as I keep hitting lands here. I think I'm okay. Okay, I'm gonna start doing some stuff. It gets countered, whatever. Not a big deal. I can only imagine it gets countered. But I do have like a multiple counter spells to kind of take care of it. My hand is kind of stacked. In terms of counter magic. Okay, they're gonna drown the lock to start. I wanna fire off a negate here. If I wanted to, I could definitely just leave it, let it hit the battlefield. Like, I definitely have enough counter magic here to deal with all this. Unless they have, like, counter spell plus miscast or something. Overwhelming denial. Dang. Okay. Sideboard card. I don't know what to do about this. I'm gonna negate it. It's gonna suck when they get hit another negate. Not really a big deal, but if I take the inventory, then I like lose a bunch of cards. Okay, forbid with buyback or 2 Heartless Acts. Sure, this is fine. They can take like whatever. I think the inventory is actually the scariest card in my hand right now. They tap really low, so I can like Lost Legacy them. Name a win con. I might name like Lockmere Serpent. I don't know if that's right or not, but I definitely will do it. I'm thinking about what to name. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I don't know my opponent's deck. I haven't seen much. I had to guess Lockmere Serpent's in their deck. If it's not, it's really weird. So I think I'll name that. I could be wrong, though. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh, they're just playing Moloku. I'm gonna die to this Moloku. Awesome. So maybe I should name Teferi. Magus of the Future. Take a little screenshot. Future Sight, Magus of the Future, Elixir. I can't name Elixir with Lost Legacy. It's an artifact. Teferi would have been like a probably safe name. Factor Fictions. Okay, so they're not really like a teachings deck. They're more just like blue black control. Oh, they kept a bunch of Heartless Acts in too. So surprising. Okay. I mean, I guess like if I'm going with a creature kill plan, it's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get Moloku'd here, I think. No, not really. Their hand, they have like so few. They had to draw a land here. I could have actually named a save card like Forbid. I don't know if that's right. I like hitting a win condition there. I want to hit a win condition, but they have a several, so. Okay, so now I get to actually like auto erasure them. Probably gonna invoke Counter War. I'm totally fine with this. Totally fine with invoking a Counter War. I have more lands than them. My 2 counter spells can battle their 2 counter spells. Unless they've actually drawn the Overwhelming Denial, that would really fight. That draft. Let's see. Let's see what they do here. They have to know that I have another counter. So they've seen my hand. They actually should know my hand by now. I know their hand. I know their deck. So gotta go with the Forbid. Forbids I have left in my deck. I definitely want to kill a creature at some point, so I think I'm just gonna Forbid back. I think it's really important for me to get some Moloku out their hand. The only thing I have now is a miscast, which they don't have in their deck. The Moloku Heartless Act. We'll take the Moloku. Put this in the graveyard. I'll put it on top. I might want that. I want to get the Heartless Act. That's her last Heartless Act in their deck. Now we're at this point. This is the point of the game where it's like a land to be really good. Like if I drew like a Drowning, it'd be really strong. If I drew their factory, it'd be strong for them. Okay. Oh, they get to just buy back something, I guess. They have 3 islands. Oh, they're getting a swamp. Okay, the remorse. Sure, you get to get my thing. Alright, that's the rest I drew, so get rid of their Heartless Act. So top deck war. Here we go. Everyone's draws are pretty good. Yeah, they have omens, so that's gonna help their draw a bit. I'm not saying where their scry is going. I don't really care. They draw it, they draw it. Alright, there's a Drown Yard. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, Forbid. Can't stop the Drown Yard, though. If they mill my Serpent, though, it's going to be pretty strong. So, I'm definitely going to pay attention to that. Okay, they milled one of my Drown Yards. I have one more. I think they have to counter any sort of, like, anything. I have to counter anything. Any threat. Well, I'll keep that in my hand. I'd love to draw Teachings or get mill to Teachings. Getting mill to Teachings would be so strong. Okay, I got Scare Piece, Shit Infiltrator. Yeah, I need to look at my graveyard for a bit. They played a land. Okay. Like, if they hit a Teachings, that'd be so good for me. Okay, they hit a Teachings. The other thing about the last round is they have the Field of Ruin, so it's going to be terrible. Okay, they keep hitting lands. Go for... I think I'm going to go for Teferi. Teferi is a really good start, because they have, like, very little removal. They're going to mill me. They hit 3 lands. That's really lucky. The Serpent's also pretty decent. It's going to end the game really quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Serpent. I think they end the game pretty quick. I don't even care about the flash effect of this. This is reasonable. It just pulls another card out my graveyard or out my deck. Swamp. I'm actually gonna draw a card. Scary as that sounds. Okay, with a Forbid, I think I should end the game soon. This is gonna take a bit more turns than this is gonna take. To rest my opponent. I don't think I have any more removal spells. They have 2 Drowned Locks, but I'd like to rest them here. To Drown Lock my guy. Forbid with buyback. Overrolling Denial. So they're overrolling Denialing. Let me check real quick. They're denying the Forbid. Totally fine. This is actually all fine. So they have the Drown Lock here. Man, this might actually take too long to kill them, I think, now. They can't, like, mana leak this. Okay. I could have drawn... Oh, I could have drawn a card. Maybe hit a Forbid there. Okay, let me... Oh, graveyards are so messed up. I don't like doing that. Wasting time here. I can't really... Actually, hold on. Let's take all the bats. In case they draw something like a, in case they draw, like... Call it... The, Elixir of Immortality. I think I might be just dead to the Drown Yard. I don't know. It's like 5 turns. I don't think I have 5 turns. Also giving my opponent a ton of information. Okay, they drew a factory. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I might be dead. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna try to bait out the block here. So I'm gonna go straight for the attack. Okay, they're not blocking. They can't really block. I mean, it'd be silly for them to do that. Do I have enough turns for this? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I have enough time for this. I definitely have like a bunch of counter magic though, so that's the one card they could draw that would really bite me to butt is the elixir, I think. They're activating. That's amazing. Why are they activating? They just bought me a turn, I feel like. I think they could like milled me. I don't know. Maybe they don't have enough time. Maybe they didn't have enough time. Maybe I'm just bad at math. It's kind of true. I actually am kind of bad at math. A future sight. I'm trying to lock this. I think it's bad to have this around. And if forbid, okay, I'll mana leak. This should be game, because if they want this on the field, then they have to like pay a bunch of mana, then they're tapped out. And what can they do at this point? What can they really do at this point? It's a sanctuary, it doesn't do anything. The Drown lock, they can't cast it. Alright, maybe mana leak is fine. Yeah, you don't get into the turn though, sadly. Alright. I thought I was gonna die that Drown Yard, I actually really did. Right, got another match for the Pain Dreadful Blue Black Teachings list. So far, so good. The deck I'm gonna keep, even though I've keeping these crazy two landers. I'm just getting really lucky with card land drops here. That last game was super close. Actually, I think I got pretty lucky. Maybe I just can't do math. The Serpent's really good. I think like Serpent's a big staple in these blue black control lists. I think you just have to have it. I think it's like really strong. Cloud Post. Okay, this could be kind of troublesome. This might be a troublesome matchup. We'll see. Thought Erasure. I'm gonna take the first sort of like ramp spell because that's what their deck's kind of built on. Oh, my. Volcanic Geyser, Spring Bloom Druid, Ramping Growth. Oh my. So they're fireballing me. I'm gonna take the Druid. Because it gets like double red for their Geyser. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the graveyard. I want to hit some lands. It kind of does suck for them to get a Rampant Growth off, but I think I'd rather just like not give them two lands they want. So this probably gets a mountain. Okay, that was a good draw. I'd be worried about that card for a bit. Ooh, another Cloud Post. The opponent is a skilled mage. Okay, they're gonna cultivate. I kind of want to counter this, but I don't think I will. We're gonna get like Mountain Island or something like that. Okay, they're gonna play the mountain, so they have the island in their hand. This is their hand right now. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw a card here. Okay. Just hold out for bid. Just hanging out. Gonna hang out. Draw a bunch of lands. Hold up my counter magic. Not a big deal. Do fireball at any moment. No big deal. Just gonna hang. What if we're playing like Wilderness Reclamation? That'd be pretty funny. A bunch of cloud posts and a bunch of mana. Nothing to worry about though. No big deal. Don't need to blink. Don't blink. Don't move. Don't do anything. Okay. That's sometimes the play patterns of blue black control, or just control decks in general, just like this. Sometimes you just draw go, draw go, draw go. Like maybe that's why I don't like play these decks on like for deck decks. They are a bit like, you know, redundant sometimes. But you get interesting games, I think, in the middle, the late run. I think it's about decisions. I think people like seeing the decision. There's a reclamation. I do have to counter this in some way. Question is how. I think I just drowned the lock. Okay, so you are playing Cloud Post, 3-color Reclamation. That is bold. I will say that's very bold. One thing my deck does not do very well is deal with enchantments, so I purposely omitted Rika's Libation, but I could have had it. It might be better than the second Into the Royal, I'm not really sure. Okay, so I'm just trying not to get like fireball at any point in the game. So the more land drops, the better. Honestly, is the fireball really a big deal here? It's like what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hit me for 8, it's like no big deal. The fireball should only be like scary when it's lethal. What if I want to like play this teaching and get like a guy to kill them with? Probably the serpent. They can have counter magic too. That's also like they're playing blue. They have a bunch of draw spells. They can play counter magic. That'd be like a power sink. That's totally something they can play. Yeah, I'm gonna intern teachings though. I'm just gonna throw caution to the wind here. They might just fire off the fireball in response. So now it's like 6 mana, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Take 14. Okay. I take 14. Do it. Do it. Do it. They're doing it! Let it rain on me. To the dome. 14. 13. I can't do math. To the dome. Alright, I'm gonna get Block Mirror Serpent. I do have to worry about the next one though. So I actually do have to worry. Ooh, that's a good card. That's good. I do have to worry about the next fireball now. So the first one, just take that on the chin. The second one, it's okay. But the Infiltrator is going to help draw lands. Point. Land. Let's just start discarding cards. Yes, always healed. Yeah, I might start a Hostage Taker. It doesn't seem very strong right now. My opponent, like, throws a bunch of fireballs in my face. Here it comes! Brace yourselves. Okay, they're... Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, for 10. I will just cast this. They played around Mana Leak. I like that. Did they negate? Okay, now I will Mana Leak. I'll Mana Leak the negate. Autumn's Veil would be blowout. Would be blowout city here. An Autumn's Veil right now, blowout city. Okay. Blowout city. Okay, so they are playing main deck counter magic as well. So very thoughtful deck. Gotta worry about the third. Do I worry about the third fireball? That's the question. How much can I worry about the third fireball? But the forbid lock is real. They have one card left in their hand. I'm just gonna continually draw cards here. The serpent will help out too. Drown lock's a really good card. Not really. Actually, not really. They're playing a bunch of X spells. Drown lock's not super strong. Sure. Knock yourself out. Yeah, I have a bevy of win cons right now. One card left in their hand. I think I can safely just play the Serpent. Unless they have some sort of like uncounterable fireball, which I'm not aware of. But yeah, I don't know how to get out of this. Not sure. If I had to guess, their deck's just all like so they had a couple of creatures, they had the Swing Room Druids, but they're drawing a bit of lands. We'll mill them. Get some information here, see what's up. Maybe mill another fireball. Okay, more ramp spells. I don't think the game's locked up from here. They have plenty of counter magic. A full grip. Active Drowned Yard. This is like the chokehold. This is the stranglehold that this deck kind of does. This is why I love Infiltrator. If left like unimpeded, it does stuff like this. So good. Okay, let me thought erasure them. See what's up. What's the last card? Is it another fireball? It's another fireball! They actually have 3 fireballs. Right. Cast out with buyback. Just really show them what's up. Okay. They have no hand, but I will surveil anyway. I like lands, I guess. Okay, so the next spell gets countered unless it's an uncounterable spell. I guess the other card I could really be worried about post-board, maybe like something like Mistcutter Hydra. That's really scary. It's a very scary card. Maybe I do keep, like, that's another sort of fireball, really. They have another, they have 4 fireballs. I mean, I have to forbid. I'll just quickly forbid this. I do enjoy the Moxie. Okay, they have a different fireball. It's actually not even lethal. But I know they wanted to kill the serpent. Okay. Alright, so Teamer Fireballs. I like these cards. I'd also like Duress. And Lost Legacy could be okay. So maybe a bit of a narrow sort of a kill condition here. I'm gonna keep one of these in here. I'll probably keep the Hero's Downfall. Aaron's Corn always being sideboarded out. I like Clean. I'll put the Hostage Taker here. Into the Royal could be okay against like an early Reclamation if I can't deal with it immediately, so I think it's fine. Maybe I have too much discard. Maybe I'm just like playing too much discard. Like I think I could just like no, they're playing some counter magic, so I do want like some of that. Maybe I'm just playing too many Duresses. The sideboarding's been really awkward. Maybe I cut some Drowns. It's really hard to counter like these big X spells, so maybe just like cut Drown to the locks for like just simply negate and other things. I want this third Duress actually. The more I look at it, I want this third duress. I'll cut an infiltrator. They're always good to cut one. I would shave one. So yeah, that's weird to cut Drown, but I think it's one of the matchups where it could be okay. Like, Drown's never really good super early. On the late game, they're just throwing fireballs at me, so I can't really... I'll say I have a big graveyard. I don't know if I can reasonably drown something. This hand's reasonable. I can keep. It's a bit land heavy, but I can deal with like the first spell with Mana Leak and just kind of... I want to draw lands all the time, so I think this is fine. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna slam that in turn 3, I think. Give it my hand. Okay, pretty good start for them. No colored mana yet. Mana Leak gets a lot worse, or like ramp they do. So I just want to fire this off at any spell. Like any spell, I will just take it down with the swiftness. I don't think they're gonna cast anything really threatening with that. So yeah, I'm gonna slam this Infiltrator. And then just hold up counter magic for a while. Hopefully if this lives this turn, this is really good. This is why I like Infiltrator a lot. You just continually draw cards, and you keep drawing more cards. I don't know, drawing cards is great. Okay. They didn't immediately fire that fireball off, so take a peek. Would like the geyser on this while I was tapped out. Wow, their hand is a bit unfortunate. I take Surge for tomorrow, as greedy as that sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna take Surge for tomorrow. I'm gonna keep that on top. I want to draw it. Right, and here it comes, the slow chokehold. Here it comes. Yeah, they drew another Cloud Post. Their hand is, oh, you hate to see it. I'm gonna get the Teferi with his teachings. Actually, I should have. I don't know why I didn't play the untap. That doesn't matter. Land. Okay, they drew a Frontier Bivouac, so they definitely have some spells now. So yeah, I'll get to Fairy with this guy. Song Raid. I need 2 counter spells this turn. Right, I'm gonna discard a land here. Probably Swamp at this point. They could slam the Reclamation here. I don't know if that's really strong to my open blue mana. Okay, they found another one. They might wait a turn to like protect with a Swan Song. I think that's smart given the circumstances. Or they're just going for it. Could also have Into the World Kicker for extra BM. Not really BM, but it's pretty good. I think it would have been a really like reasonable play. The Hero's Downfall is probably dead, but it's better safe than sorry at this point. The rest's away. Probably the Swan Song. Actually, it doesn't. Swan Song does not matter this game. At this point of the game, but neither does the Growth Spirals. I don't know if they really do anything. The Fairy, which means they have to start playing Growth Spirals on their turn, so it will tap them out. Okay, they drew an island. Okay, they're gonna opt too. Okay, wow. Yeah, I feel like they have the game locked up at this point. They're very low on cards here. Start milling too. The Forbid already. This is just like classic. This is the classic blue-black control. Draw-go control. Counter everything that comes down. They can't counter back now. So all their counter back is dead. Totally fine by me. You can do what you wish. Like, how do you get out of this? I don't know. I don't know how to get out of this. I'd play an untapped land if I could. The fairy's just so strong, these blue mirrors too. I think it needed a lot of help at this point in the game, but is this just the deck? I mean, it is the deck. This is what a deck does. Winning's never pretty, but if it's effective, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, they're loading up something. Definitely charging the engines. They have to fireball something on the board, unless they're gonna lose. All right, I will forbid this with buyback. Discard this. I guess I discard this. I can't really fire back a forbid or a counter spell here, so with the Teferi out, so that's like a super lock actually. So the forbid's just like a dummy lock here. I love Challenge Infiltrator and Forbid. It's like one of my like favorite interactions. It's not even interact. I don't know what to call it. It's combos, like pairings. I don't know. It's not a combo. It's just like draw extra card, forbid the next thing. It's so great. Oh, I forgot to play a land. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. I'll teachings. Just end the game here. I'll get another infiltrator because they have flash. I can fetch them out with that. Flash Finkel's are even better than unflash Finkel's. I would tell you that. Yeah, it was a thorough handling of this. All right, another one in the books. All right, got another match with the Penny Dreadful blue-black teaching list. I'll do the die roll. I also keep this hand. I'll keep it all, everything. I'll do it all. I'll do it live. Good hand. Perfect mana. Some spells, things to do. Counter spell. A removal spell. Red. Okay. Ooh, another inventory. Good start. That's actually pretty impressive. Blue red. Could be swans. Could be just blue red drakes. Something like that. See how aggressive they get with the counter magic. Okay, they're gonna respond by casting their own inventory. I like it. Another blue battle. I've played a lot of blue battles now. This run. They're actually kind of taxing on my brain. I have to take a break. I just kind of when I make these videos, I just kind of like go. You know, I just kind of like we're all drawing the cards. Everyone's getting their fill. Okay, so now they have the discard because it's at the end of their turn. They still have the discard. Anyways, though, yeah, when I make these videos, oh my god, I drew another one. I just like go. I just like it's like a one. You know, you see my videos; they're very unedited. It's a very one take sort of thing where everything's kind of like stream of consciousness sort of video. I think people like that. But when I do videos, I kind of do like back to back. Unless I'm not having a really bad day, then I just like will kind of hang out and take a break in between. But this is like the fourth video or fifth video, whatever. If you include the deck tech, so I've just kind of like gone straight so far. But I'm having fun with the deck. I think the deck's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna fire this next one because I have a bunch of cards in my hand. I don't want to discard right now, so I think I'll just play land go. Teachings is nice. I will just fire off the teachings. I think my opponent, I don't know. Mystic Monastery is interesting. I feel like they're playing Swans. I don't know. Cycle Sweltering Suns. Maybe they're playing Swans. I haven't seen the thing. I'm gonna fire off the teachings in a turn. Let's see what they do. Okay, they're gonna let me have it. I'm gonna take the Teferi. I think it's a great card in the control mirror. Okay, Thought Erasure, it's a really good card. It's a good way of opening up the game. And I can see what they're doing. If they don't let me have it, it's okay, because they're opt in response. Okay, they're gonna inventory. Draw a bunch of cards, so I get a big selection here. Okay. Boon, Lofty Denial, Double Memory Lapse. So I guess they're playing some sort of like Flyers deck or Cycle. This is weird. Sorcery Speed, Draw 4, or Cycle 1. Because I take the Lofty Denial. That's weird. That's weird to say. The memory lapses are annoying, yes. But they're just memory lapses. Like, I could, like, power that through that. The boon is like, they'll just cycle it. So I'll just take the denial, I guess. For, like, future purposes. I'm gonna keep that on top. I really do want lands. Hey, are they like a blue-red cycling list? I don't know. Okay, so they cycle the sandbar. Very confused. Very confused right now. They're gonna slam the boon. Okay, they're gonna slam Crackling Drake. They have double memory lapse up. Um, you know what? That's okay, I think. I think I'm okay with this. They memory lapse this, it's like, whatever. This is why I took the Lofty Denial. They memory lapse, let's just draw it again. I just play it immediately. I'm gonna opt in a response. I think I have a miscast. That'd be really annoying. Okay, I'm gonna slam into the Fairy now. I don't know if they have like a counter spell for this. Or I don't know if they have a way of killing it, really. They have to have like a bunch of bolts. Their card's like, their hand's like kind of interesting. Okay, they have, this is why you play like matching lands. So now I know what kind of land. They still have this mountain in their hand, so I know it's like, I don't know, it's like a very corner case, but so now their memory lapses are really bad. They're probably just boon here. I imagine them just booning. Okay, there's an alliance. I have the Into the Royal here. Okay, there's another alliance. So I guess they'll just cycle. Okay. Right. Hmm. The fairies aren't a big deal right now. I can just teachings for a consume to meek. So it's not like the end of the world. They don't block very well either. These lapses are just actively terrible. Okay, they're gonna draw this card. I'll into the rail kick of this. Response. I can just counter one on the way down, I guess. Ooh, that's pretty nice. They have an untapped land, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they have the they might have discarded this mountain. I don't know. No, they have a map. They saw that. Okay, there's the ugly mountain. I'm gonna try to give Gordon a response first. I want to see if I draw something like another Into the Royal. That'd be pretty nice. Uh, sure, I guess. I wonder how much they ignore the Teferi and how much they don't. I guess they don't really care. I think their only out is to actually just race me. Okay, in turn, flash this guy. Like they're not playing any more spells, that's for sure. There's a serpent too. Okay, I'll take the Drake. The counterspell, like I said, is really bad. I'll put that on top. Draw that. But I think I already have the game locked up. Like I don't even need the infiltrator anymore if I get the serpent. I'm sorry, what do you call it? If I get a consume the meek. They're gonna continually do this. Fine. Their hand is stacked with counterspells. Doesn't really matter at this point. Like I have a bunch of unblockable guys and plenty of counter magic, so I think I'm good to go here. Main deck to Fairy is pretty great. Got them at a low point. Alright, so Improbable Alliance blue-red. I like these spells. I actually like Bile Blight in this matchup. I think it's a lot cleaner than Consume the Meek. I do need some answers to Drake, so like Into the World's pretty decent. Tyrant Squad's been cut every time, but I haven't played an aggro matchup yet. I feel kind of bad. Hostage Taker could be pretty decent against that sort of thing, so I want to keep at least one in the deck. I don't know. I kind of want Duresses, and I kind of don't at the same time. It's really awkward. I like Drown and Block a lot as a removal spell, so maybe I don't need like these Heroes Downfalls at all. The Drowns are like pretty strong, so maybe they're a bit more expensive than I like. I do like I said, I like Bile Blight against the little fairy tokens. A lot more cleaner of an answer. I kind of want to. I want to play these Duresses. I just don't know where to play them. I kind of like a Cling. I think the strong part about this matchup is like seeing their hand constantly. I get to like really uh make a game plan based on like what's happening. So I'll cut an infiltrator. Um, it's tough. I don't know because I really do want the Bile Blights in. It's like that's one of the few ways I could lose this game is if they produce a bunch of fairies and I can't deal with them. I do want to. I want a random taker as an answer, like Drakes, and just taking a Drake seems really strong too. So I go to 2 infiltrators. It's a little low. I might just have like too many discard spells. I don't know. I'm gonna take all the time to think about this. I'm totally allowed to do that. I like drown. I don't know. Maybe I just cut a thought erasure. Maybe it's 6 is enough. Like thought erasure is a bit much. You drew a lot of cards. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Maybe I just have too many duresses in my deck, in my sideboard. This is such an awkward plan. I don't really. When I built the sideboard, I didn't really have like a full plan for matchups. I think it's really important when you're making sideboards that you have like this conceived plan. I'm gonna keep this hand for certain matchups. Once you like get to know your deck, so maybe I just have like one too many duresses. Yeah, this is a pretty strong strat. Duress into negate. Sweltering Sun's Price of Progress, Fairy Vandal. Wow. Price isn't really that good against me. Neither is Sweltering Suns. I mean, it could add up, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to take the Price of Progress, I guess. It's a very awkward hand. Fairy Vandal is interesting. So, maybe it's early sort of interaction. So, kind of. Well, they have no counter magic, so that's a good start. Okay, they drew an island. They could sandbar here. That'd be pretty good if they cycled it. They have a bunch of cycling cards, so this guy's gonna get pretty big. Maybe it's the reason to take the Sweltering Sun, so they couldn't get an extra counter on this. Okay, this kind of like shuts down a couple of like different answers that I might have that my opponent doesn't know about. But it's whatever. I kind of want to just play a bunch of tap lands. This guy might go all the way here. I need to draw like a Hostage Taker or like a Drown to Lock. Drown to Lock would be a really clean answer. Right, I wouldn't want to cut them in this matchup. There's an Infiltrator. I can't really play it right now. I'm holding up this negate for like I need to counter Improbable Alliance. That's like a fact. Another Vandal. Oh my goodness. Getting Vandal. Maybe I do need to keep Consume Meek in the deck. They played all creatures and my negate looks so bad. Okay. Alright, all's not lost. Like I said, I can still try to like maybe play a Hostage Taker here, that'd be pretty strong. I would take the Drake. Okay, I have a lot of lands. Could be dead next turn. Yeah, that kills me. Cool. Alright. Guess I need to keep one Consume to Meek. Wow, they totally just aggroed me out. Alright, I'm gonna cut like one Duress. I'll play one Consume the Meek, and I'll keep the Bile Plates. I think that's just enough. I think that's just enough. Hit submit? I swear I hit submit there. Yeah, the fast Fairy Vandal draw is really good. Not gonna lie. This hand seems fine. I can keep this. This is kind of awkward though. I do need to play the 2 Submerged Boneyards. I also want to play this like Frantic Inventory at some point. So maybe I just like play double Boneyard to start. I have double black spell. Okay, Hostage Taker. Maybe be good at some point. It would not be caught off guard by Fairy Vandals. Got it. We'll take the first one on the chin. Maybe they'll play a second one and cycle a card. Remember when you play these control decks, your life total is a resource. So you can take a lot of hits really early. Yeah, it's a really good card. So if they play a second one, then I get to Bioblight them. That's pretty great. I'm gonna try to jam this Infiltrator. Maybe I just wait a turn now. I'll wait a turn. I'm not under any duress. I was just gonna jam it for whatever reason, but I kind of do need it on the battlefield. I'm gonna actually Bioblight this end of turn. I'm gonna see what happens. Maybe it opens up the next turn for the Infiltrator. They can totally like negate this or mana leak this, whatever. If you're gonna forbid, I'm also gonna forbid. I'm gonna buy this back too. Discard this. Discard Drown with the lock for now. It's actually not super strong. I want to keep the Hostage Taker in my hand. Maybe I'm unfortunate if they have a counter spell or a removal spell rather. Like a Sweltering Suns would be pretty strong at this point. Okay, Crackling Drake. This is all coming according to plan here. Because now I get the Hostage Taker the Drake. Try to draw a card first. For land. Okay, the wrong land. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out, I guess. I could have played another Infiltrator too. Maybe I could have just waited. I don't know. Maybe I could have just played the. Maybe I should just play the. Then I just open myself up to like Sweltering Suns. I'm gonna go for Hostage Taker. I've not seen very many counter spells out of this deck. Lofty Denial. That's fine. I'd rather protect this right now. I can always just like Teachings for a removal spell. Like this is the big thing right now. This is the most important card on the field. Okay, that's a good thought erasure. I need to see what's up. I need some information. I've Mana Leak and Forbid up. Call the Skybreaker. Oh my goodness, this card's actually kind of insane. Because it has a retrace. Double Mana Leak, double Memory Lapse, Call the Skybreaker. I guess it gets like consumed and meeked. It is a sorcery, so it's a bit kind of whatever. I'll take the Mana Leak. The lapses are like not as annoying. Top. Love the draw lands. But yeah, Call the Skybreaker's not super awesome. I guess. I don't really know. I do need to deal with this Crackling Drake at some point. I can't really slam the Teachings, because I actually want that to resolve. Drown Yard plus this is not a super awesome combo. I need to kill this at some point. Okay, another Drown Yard. But yeah, I will not be drown yarding my opponent anytime soon. Okay, I need to figure out an answer for this. They have a bunch of memory lapses. Maybe I should just like killed this when I had the chance. So maybe I just had a bit of a misstep. Inventorying. Sure. Maybe I do want this mana leaked. Um. Okay, I'm gonna get this mana leaked and see what happens. I need them to tap low at this point. I should have brought in Sudden Death. Why didn't I bring him? This is the only reason I have Sudden Death, is to kill Crackling Drakes. Okay, they're gonna give it to me here. I'm gonna counter 2 spells, and I have 2 counter spells for this. So I'm gonna get Drowned to lock. I pretty much know their hand. Unless they have a negate, like Lazotep Plating. Okay, we'll mana leak this. Ooh, this is bad. Memory lapse. Because if I don't draw like an island here, well, I mean I have double infiltrator, so I might have like made a little oopsie here. We'll see. But yeah, this needs to die. Hopefully I draw an island here for this forbid. Otherwise I might just lose my guys. But that needed to die. That was a big interaction. Okay, I didn't. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, I played a land already. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully my guys don't die here. They showed like Sweltering Sun, so they could definitely have that. Okay, they played another Drake. Not a big deal. They have another Memory Lapse. They still have the Mana Leak as well. Okay. Um. No, let me draw first. This is kind of getting scary. Hmm. Okay, these are the 3 cards in our hand. Let me I say Duress first. Okay, they have double. Okay, they have 2 Memory Lapses. Yeah, the lapses are a bit annoying. Oh, this is really bad because it puts another card in the graveyard and then they do anything, I die. They could just like play the Call of Skybreaker. I think I'm just dead. Oh man, this is really bad. This is actually really bad because I have to take a card. I wasn't supposed to arrest them. Oh man, I take too much damage from that first Drake. This is why I have Sudden Death in my deck. They can't deal with Sudden Death. Oh boy. Okay. So if my opponent's just smart, they can win the game. I played the wrong land. I should have gone to 9. What am I doing? I'm just choking. I'm choking. All to do is actually just cast Call of the Skybreaker, and they win the game. And they win the game. It's awesome. All they did was like cast Call of the Skybreaker. They would have won. Okay. So. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cast Teachings. We kind of have to. Um. Okay, another thread of life here. I find the last round in a lock. I can memory lapse it. I just negate it, I guess. They could have just cast this Call to Skybreak. They would have won the game. But now I have to deal with this Improbable Alliance. But I have nowhere the teachings to cast like Bile Blight. Oh my god, this is getting close. Okay, so this last card is called a Skybreaker. I think they're just gonna cast it. Okay, Boon. Okay. They went for the big spell. I don't disagree with this. It puts a creature on the battlefield. You know what I need to draw is a Lockmere Servant. I have so many swamps in play. Back. So buy me some time. The Dismal Back will actually buy me some time. It's gonna give me one additional life. Draw. Draw. Bile Blight's really good here. Okay, let's see what's up. Fairy Vandal, call the Skybreaker. Probable Alliance. I think I have to take the Vandal here. Everything else doesn't matter. Keep that on top. I actually need I need life at this point. Okay. Okay, this has to get forbidded. I don't need to buy this back. Close. It's getting close. That's the Alliance in their hand. Like I said, I don't need to buy this back. Okay. Totally fine. I'm not going to take any more unnecessary damage. I'm just going to Bile Blight when I can. They have very few cards in their hand. So yeah, I'm going to Bile Blight this guy. I mean, okay, that's the last Bile Blight. I think I played this as well as I could have. I think my opponent just like realized they just put a creature or card in their graveyard. They could have actually like won the game here. Okay, there's a Serpent. I think the game's like locked up. I think that locks up the game. Oh my gosh. what a nail biter. Okay, they're gonna just fire this off. What a nail biter. Holy moly. Okay. Absolutely. Oh my god, if they just casted that Call of Skybreaker, they would have lost. They would have won. They had like no outs to it, but they gave me a chance. See, this is what happens with control decks. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Okay. Oh, oh my goodness. That was a close one. That was close. Alright, got another match with the Penny Dreadful Blue-Black Teachings list. Realized I was 4-0, I didn't really pay attention, but let's try to finish it off strong. I will keep this hand. Actually a pretty strong hand. My hands are pretty good. I think maybe 24 lines is enough. I didn't think it was, but maybe it is. Alright, not a blue matchup. I can't take any more of those right now. I'm just very tired of it. My brain is shot. We'll see. I think I could just drop an island here and I'll be like, oh, come on. Okay, we're Junding, I guess. Witch's Oven. Ooh, this is like the sacrifice decks. Could be a bit annoying. We'll see. Yeah, let's take a look. I was gonna make like anything that came down, but I think this is a little better. Sprouting through next, Smothering Abomination. I'll take the Thrynax here. I like Forbid. We'll keep that on top. They kind of have to play the Rootbound Crag now if they want to play its Abomination. Okay, no, I'm sorry, they before. Okay, they drew a 3-drop. They drew Call the Death Dweller. Jeez. So they can block the Thrynax. The Thrynax can block the Shadow Mage here. I think it's just like, oh, because it is black. Fears black or artifact creatures. I kind of want to counter this Abomination. Can't really Hasha take either. Can't really Hasha take either because they could just sacrifice it, which would be really awkward. I guess I could take an Oven. I could take an Oven. Thought Erasure. They drew that off the top too, isn't me? Okay. Put that on top. Keep drawing lands here. I kind of do want to Hasha take this guy. I don't want him on the battlefield. Yeah, that's gotta get countered. That's an easy counter. So something like Vraska's Contempt could be really good at some point. I will play the Infiltrator because I think I'm gonna set the turn of Infiltrator into Hostage Taker, and they have a bunch of like green guys, so be okay. They might not even lead back the block because they have Death Touch Menace, so they might as well figure, let me just get aggressive. It's totally fine. Okay, they're gonna just response do this immediately. It's fine, I get to take an Oven now. Takes artifacts as well. This is the first time I actually cast Hostage Taker this game. Yeah, the 1/1s are very I don't care about the 1/1s. I was inconsequential, I guess. I say something like that. Because I have a 2/3, I could just block. And they've just drawn a lot of lands. Alright, there's the Oven. That's it's cat for the Oven. That's why I wanted to take a bunch of these guys. Let's see. I can also just block the Infiltrator a bunch. Teachings can go find Ooh, this is annoying because they have the food there. I was gonna say I could find Clean to Dust. But because they have a food token here already, it's just a bit awkward. So they make the food. They could get it right back if they wanted to. So, yeah, it's a bit annoying, I guess. Because they just have an extra food token. That's why I couldn't make that play. But I could play another hot thing here. Why not? The card I was actually considering for a while is Cackling Counterpart, but I don't have creatures for that because I sometimes just want to use this a bunch. So I think I'm gonna try to get into the Royal, maybe bounce the Oven, and then counter it on the way down. I think it's the best use of my things now. It's a pause. I don't know why they're pausing. Really nothing you can do here. The Drow Meat Devils. Kind of insane. It's kind of insane. I can drown it. Actually, not a big deal. The end of the world. Although I am like losing a bunch of life. Also, now they can block my guy, so. I mean, first I'm just gonna drown. I'm gonna immediately drown. So I'm gonna slowly die to these, Okay, wow, they're doing this now. Okay, that's fine. They're gonna try to shoot the Shadow Mage Infiltrator. So, this... I guess I could, like, do it again? They lose a food token? Okay, they're just gonna gain 3 life. This is totally fine. Honestly, this is, like, really fine to me. That's totally okay. They're kind of giving up a lot for this. Because now I could do the Teachings Cling to Dust plan from before. This is a free attack, so I get a free draw now. I'll only draw like an untapped land, so I can play Teachings. Okay. They're blocking. I guess they have a lot of saplings. That was an amazing block. They can just make food tokens whenever the land. It's pretty great. Sure. Okay, now I have them right where I want them. I get to untap. So this is pretty great. I also attack with the Hostage Taker now. No one suspects me to Cling to Dust. Yeah, they kind of got a little overzealous, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna respond by playing a Teachings. Getting Cling to Dust and Cling to Dusting the Cauldron Familiar. Unfortunately, it does leave you open to the next turn. Oh, yes. Let's draw John in a lock or something. Or Mana Leak. Yeah, Mana Leak's not very good here. Wow, that's a really quick concession. I don't know. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean, if I get untap, I get Forbid Locked. Any kind of Forbid Locked, and yeah, I'll eventually just do it. So maybe they see the writing on the wall. Who knows? Alright, like Scare Feast here. I like Sudden Death a lot. This is a Sudden Death matchup for sure. File Blight seems pretty good. Maybe Consume the Meek's really good here too, finally. Finally Consume the Meek gets his it's finally Dino Score gets to stay in. I don't really like Negate that much. Into the World can be okay against like ovens. I'm on the draw, so Mana Leak might be a bit bad. Thought Erasures 2 are kind of not great in this matchup. A lot of things that keep coming back, but attempts are fine. Here's Downfall is okay. Feels like Mayhem Devils. Maybe I just want no Thought Erasures. Maybe I just don't care. They're pretty decent. I mean, they're kind of like a Jundi deck, so you kind of want these early. Maybe not. I don't know. On the draw, they seem a lot worse. Actually, I don't know about Bioblight kind of eats a lot of things. It does kind of take out a lot of things. I go to like 2 Forbid, I guess. Just trim the counter spells a little bit. Kind of work on the battlefield / graveyard. Awkward hand. I should get a mulligan. I think this is the first mulligan I've taken. This hand's a bit better. I can keep this. But the mana looks a bit better. I think that's actually the first mulligan I've taken. With this deck. Or the temple. Ooh, what's the... That's an annoying one. This is season 15 all over again. Or whatever season had the food deck. It just creates a ridiculous amount of card advantage if they get any sort of like engine online. Absolutely. Uh, I would like to counter anything. Anything will be countered at this point. Okay, they're gonna try to draw a card with the Trail of Crumbs. They should do this at their end step, unless they really am looking for like an oven to draw, I guess. If they don't do anything, I'll just hear. I think I might just Hero's Downfall the cat. Because I could like teachings, like get it later. So I'm gonna just Hero's Downfall this guy. It is a hero after all. Okay, another teaching. I don't know what I'm gonna get with this. I guess Cling to Dust would be pretty decent. Okay, there's her temple. I could have bought that back. I don't really know if I should buy it back though. Oh, so many teachings. Maybe I should get like Scarab Feast. Maybe Scarab Feast is a bit better. This spot. I also kind of need to like draw some other spells. Fine, I guess. I guess I can get Vraska's Contempt. Okay, I'll get Vraska's Contempt. I'll hit lands. I'll hit all lands. Okay. I'll take the first hit. Then Mana Leak, whatever I can. So this is a very just like draw go sort of style I've kind of adapted here. But I need to hit lands to do stuff eventually. I don't have like discard spells that kind of like one for one my opponent in their hand, so to speak. Like this just gets Mana Leak. I also I could just teachings here. How about teachings? I'm actually gonna get Scarab Feast. I think it's a kind of better use of my time. I could use the Mana Leak for something else. I can get both cards. Okay. A way better use of my time. I want to draw lands. Lock's okay, I guess. Okay, now I can play around Mana Leak. And I kind of like neutered the Lock with the Scarab piece. A little unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. I can just Bioblight it later. Contempt this guy. I'll just hang out. Don't need to do anything. Don't need to get crazy. Don't need to get crazy. Your life total is a resource, always, when you're a control player. You just be patient. Don't have to do anything crazy. Take his 3 in the chin. This is getting mana leaked. Okay. I don't know what this does. It's getting mana leaked. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't care. It gets mana leaked. Okay, Wild Blade this guy. Now Giant Lock seems pretty strong. So it's kind of time for Infiltrator time. Giant Lock gets a lot of spells here. Maybe another removal spell for my guide. So be it. I have another Infiltrator. So be it. Sure. But the 2/2 actually does block the 1/3 pretty well. Maybe an opportunity to play something. They've played a lot of lands. Okay, it's totally okay. Alright, just gonna... Ooh. I will take a hostage. I will take a hostage. Definitely will take a hostage. Opens up an attack. Get to draw a card. Yes. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We have a land drop. Okay. Kind of lagging a bit. My empty has been on for a while, so. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. I guess they had enough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like conceding there. I don't know. You never know. I don't know their deck, but they've drawn a lot of lands. Maybe they're just a little frustrated. Who knows? But hey, I win. What's up, guys? Good boy, Jimmy here. Back with the final thoughts of the Blue Black Teams list. 5-0. I haven't had a 5-0 in a while. I think. I think I think there were a lot of good games. Everything went kind of according to plan. Honestly, I think I might have to adjust the sideboard a little bit. I think I had a way too many duresses or discard spells, so I'd like to shave it a duress for something. I really don't know what yet. Maybe like I'm trying to think. Maybe like Furlicus Libation. It's good for an Edict effect when I can't kill like black creatures, because I think that's like a big problem with the deck that I didn't really like address, or maybe just kind of like cover. Is that something that's pro black is really hard to deal with. Outside of Into the Royal, I really can't deal with it that much. So maybe I can play like Aether Spouts or I don't know, Piracy Charm. Piracy Charm has been on my list too. It's a random discard spell that's blue. It's actually pretty decent. So I could definitely play something like Piracy Charm. I don't know. But yeah, I think like pro black creatures are kind of a big problem for this deck. Maybe some sort of life gaining spell, maybe like Jorubai Murklurker could also fill that slot. So there's a lot of things that I can cut a duress, at least one duress for. I'm not really sure. But everything else is really good. Maybe one too many of these Heroes Downfalls, Rasks, and things. Maybe I just want like... If I had to choose between one of the two, I would probably take the Contempt. A bit more like versatile. A bit more expensive, but it's whatever. So maybe you can play something main deck. Maybe play the Murklurker main deck. I'm not really sure. Everything else was I never cast Tires this corner, but I still think it's good. Like Into the Royal was clutch in some moments. Hostage Taker, you know, fine. Not amazing in this list, but I think fine is the correct term for it. You can definitely cut this, which is what a flex slot, just wanted to try it out. Serpent is obviously great. Main deck Teferi is pretty strong against the blue decks. Infiltrator, Forbid, Chef's Kiss. Oh, awesome. I love that. Done it before, I'll do it again. I don't mind it. Yeah, I really like the feel of the deck for the most part. I would say I went 5-0, but you know, I think there's still improvement to be made, and that's the thing about like when you build these decks, you just want to keep like turning it over and over. You want to like tweak things here and there because everything can change at a moment's notice. I also think 3 teachers is the correct number, but yeah, I'm definitely like looking to play this deck a bit more on my stream. Twitch.tv/Mecha. The link is in the description below. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. I will see you later. Hopefully with more Paint Turtle content to come. So thanks guys for support. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to the channel as well. That really does help. That does help a lot for the growth of PD. The growth of my channel too as well. I wasn't gonna be like obviously I would like to see the channel grow more and more. It just helps to like know that, you know, doing all this is worth it. So yeah, leave your comment below. Want to see more videos or a different type of video. Whatever you want. Thanks guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye bye. End now.